Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Underrail Expedition. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're chose to join me today, talking to Captain Grimm, because he kidnapped Professor Briggs. No, wait, Professor Oldfield. That's the one. Or Oldfield? I don't know. And we're now talking to him. And I said many things that he heard, and I think he liked it.
Good. I'm speaking to someone with a good noggin on his shoulders. Shoulders, I'm sorry. I'm glad to hear we understand each other. What you're doing here was never in question. You're digging through these abandoned, dilapidated facilities scattered across the Hell's Gut. But an expedition like this has an extreme risk. It devours lives and money like a voracious sea serpent. I don't know what kind of sea serpents I've seen, but I have seen sea serpents that devour money. Don't question it. What kind of effort could only, or that kind of effort, could only come from someone who knows, not thinks. I mean, not just thinks. No, wait. What am I trying to say? Knows. I'm trying to say knows they're gonna get something really freaking good out of it. You ain't scavenging for random pieces of tech and museum material. You're after something specific, and you want to know what it is. Sorry, I want to know what it is. The professor, yes, was rather unresponsive, as expected, but in all honesty, as expected? Really? Okay. But in all honesty, we didn't even try persuading him to speak. You, on the other hand, you seem a bit more talkative.
I am. Maybe there's something I can do to help?
I'm all ears.
My role in this whole I was reading it, I was trying to figure out what to do. My role in this whole expedition is rather limited, so perhaps I cannot give you what you really want. Still, I can offer you information on everything we've uncovered so far. How we got inside, what we found, our conclusions. All of that I will share with you once Professor Oldfield has been released.
I like the sound of that. I am primarily interested in how you actually managed to enter the facilities, but more on that later.
Well, if these negotiations go well, perhaps we can even help each other. That was actually the reason why I went with that line. Some of these facilities lie in your territory. Perhaps we can help you unlock some of them, if you were to grant us free passage.
Well, I do have some, how should I put it, issues. Issues with allowing armed security troopers to roam our waters freely.
Well, then how about just one security trooper? What? Yes, you let me pass, perhaps a few unarmored laborers if needed, because, of course, troopers are not laborers, that's not labor, and that's all we need, really. He ponders for a moment.
Yes, it is possible, it is, but we'll get to it later. Good, we're making progress.
We are. I mean, suppose we are. There's a lot of things going on in here. You have a nice cabin here. I see you've managed to collect quite a few intriguing items. Let's look at them. It looks like we have some statues. A little bit of a globe over there. Some books. I would say a map on a table. A bed with it's a thing.
Thank you. I appreciate the compliment. Do you happen to recognize anything?
Oh yeah, the chessboard. I saw it as soon as my blindfold was removed. Any man who owns one and keeps it so close to his pillow instantly earns my respect, if you know what I mean. He half smiles, so he only half knows what I mean.
Yes, I see what you mean.
Halfly.
Sadly, some pieces are missing from the original set, so the substitute ones I'm using just make the experience inferior. Even though chess is an abstract game where each of the pieces is merely a physical representation of a unit which can move in a specific way, there is something captivating about seeing them in all of their well-crafted glory, even though you could technically use anything in their place.
No, the pieces are not physical representations of a unit. They are the literal physical pieces of the literal pieces that they are. The unit, what unit? What are we talking about? Are we talking about their names? Because as far as I know, chess is, the names we call them are just a derivation from the original game. The original game, or whatever we can understand of the original game. I remember reading about the origins of chess. I don't think that's what they are. They're not representations of anything. They're, like, It's not like you're not playing with people. They're not representations of people. A peon is not a people. That's not a person. That's not a representation of a person. That's literally just the peon, the piece of the chess. That's what they are.
You have a very good eye, but what I am hoping you'll be able to see here is something of a different nature. Let us return to our primary topic.
Okay, can I see the professor?
Not yet.
Can I at least talk to him to make sure he's alive? It helps the negotiations go smoother if one knows that the person they're bargaining for is still among the living.
You have a point.
He produces a radio. He does. Yeah.
Flinger, do you read? Put the professor on.
After a moment of silence, you hear the professor's voice coming from the device.
This is Professor Oldfield.
It's me, Carrie. Can you hear me?
Carrie, I'm glad to hear a familiar voice.
Did they hurt you, Professor?
I'm all right. I have not been hurt.
Stay strong, Professor. You'll be out of there in no time.
I hope so, Carrie. I'll mark your words. That would be all, Professor.
Captain Grimm says, and he puts the radio away.
As you can hear, the Professor is indeed alive. Let us return to our negotiations now.
So, we came to this expedition well prepared. Maybe there are things in our camp we could offer you.
I'm listening.
We have medication, some of it being very difficult to obtain in South Underrail.
High-quality medical supplies are often difficult to acquire. How much are you offering me, exactly?
I can offer you 3/4 of our total supply. That's about... Yeah, that's all we could possibly spare.
I like the sound of that. We're making progress.
We could give you some sec trooper uniforms. You could use them to impersonate our personnel. How am I gonna sell this to Briggs when I come back? That's not a realistic thing. We have weapons, ammo, and explosives. I'm sure you could put it to good use.
That is true. How much are you offering me exactly?
Actually, there's something else. I'd like to change the subject for a moment. Can I just go back? Huh. Okay, interesting. I'd like to ask you a couple of questions about your pirate community here.
Do you honestly think I would answer them? Especially now when I have all the reason to suspect that you might be buying time for something?
He observes you suspiciously.
Move on.
I am? Okay. Well, I suppose... If I am, I'm not aware of it. I'm doing a terrible job of it. You guys killed 2 of our security troopers. There were 3. What happened to the 3rd one?
We killed 3 troopers. The 3rd one followed us into the tunnel even though he was bleeding heavily. He shot one of my men before he himself received a terminal dose of lead. His body was left in the tunnel. He's now fish chomp. I have to give it to him, though. He was a brave man.
How about I offer you my own services? The 3 men look at each other.
In what sense is that exactly?
That's the correct question. I forgot I said anything. How do you like my offer?
So you're offering medical supplies, information about the ruins in exchange for Professor Oldfield's freedom?
Yes.
In that case, we are getting somewhere, but we can do better.
Where's my jet ski?
It's in the port. Safe. Let's not digress.
Absolutely. So, how much money would be enough for you to release the professor?
If money was all I wanted, you would have received a ransom note. Simple and to the point. I am more interested in other things.
Okay, well, I guess take my weapons, or our weapons. I like the sound of... Yes, you do. Okay. How about, do you like my offer?
So you're offering...
Yes.
In that case, you're almost there.
Am I? Okay, well, more things then. We came to this expedition well prepared. Yes. High-tech night giggles? Absolutely. Who doesn't like a night giggle? It's good. And how do you like it?
I accept. But first things first. The information you promised.
Okay, here's what I know. After listening carefully to what you have to say, occasionally smiling and rubbing his beard with delight, he leans back into his chair and stares at the ceiling. Interesting. Real interesting. His eyes shift from the ceiling to you. But you only know so much. Now, concerning that free passage through our territory, your suggestion sounds acceptable. You, and only you, will have unrestricted passage through our territory. Consider that a bonus for successful negotiations. And the laborers that I talked about before? Not the guards, because that's not labor. I might need a few extra hands over there. No extra hands. What if we pay the toll each time I bring someone? Would that be acceptable? Very well, but no armed men, and armed women it is then. I reserve the right to withdraw my hospitality at any time. Deal. What remains now is that you contact your camp and deliver to us everything you promised. After that, the professor will be yours. Okay, I'm gonna contact Chief Briggs and wait for them to deliver the supplies. See, I was buying time for something after all. 3 days go by, because that's about as much time as you'd expect for it to take to charge. You get so much stuff. all the way across the sea to their place and unload it and whatnot.
It's over. It's finally over. And we've managed to avoid bloodshed, even though we've had to give up a lot of our supplies. But your safety always comes first, Professor. We'll pull through, Richard. By the caverns we have to. Yes, sir.
The chief turns to you. The austerity in his eyes, while still present, lacks the razor-sharp edge it used to have.
The professor is back with us. Well done, Carrie. But the danger is not over yet. You must excuse me. I need to get back to my security troopers.
Before leaving, he hands you a key to a jet ski.
You earned it.
Professor Carey? No, I'm not, excuse me. He says, Professor Carey. And I believe that key is for the other jet ski that basically has all my stuff. I put all my stuff in there. I'll show you.
Goodness me, I really could use some rest. This has been a long day.
It didn't take 3 days for things to get loaded up. Then I'll leave you to it, Professor. Rest well.
Thank you. Farewell.
I gained 4 experience with that whole thing. I think maybe I gained more. Cause I reloaded so that the text on the lower left side is from when we last loaded the game. And yeah, it's this jet ski. What? No, it's this one. That one is the one that has my stuff. It has a lot of stuff. Now where is my other jet ski? That is a bit of a problem. It's over there, I think. Oh yeah. And I'm gonna use it until it's out of ammo. Not ammo. Good stuff. Okay. Liberate the professor. Professor Oldfield has been kidnapped. Find him. Speak with Professor. Yeah. So I still have that K7 thing. Investigate Nexus. Report your findings to Professor Oldfield. Like that. Okay. So Professor Oldfield is arresting, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that matters, because that's, you know, I hope I can tell him what happened, because I don't know if I did everything. I should have done everything already in K7 or whatever.
Come in, Carrie, come in.
Any new discoveries?
Right now we have a very good idea about how the Lemurians lived.
Okay.
Most of the population resided in a place called the Citadel of Life, which was this immense and beautiful complex of structures built in the cliffs overlooking the bay south of here, where the pirates are now. It was comprised of various sections: residential, shopping, entertainment, theaters, concert, and holographic halls. They lived there in great comfort and enjoyed the highest forms of artistic and cultural enlightenment, while they worked in the facilities scattered across the Black Sea, which, to be perfectly honest, were hardly void of these luxuries themselves. But the Citadel was vulnerable, the most vulnerable complex in the Black Sea, and
was absolutely demolished during the attack. You've by now seen those southern cliffs there. They're fractured and riddled with craters. Biocorp ships fired mercilessly until every section of the citadel collapsed into the water. Goodness me, they spared nothing. But speaking of vulnerabilities, there is one major flaw, if you will, that most facilities share, and that is the existence of ventilation systems. You see, the NFT had means of maintaining proper internal atmosphere without the use of ventilation shafts. Oxygen generators provided breathable air by using either liquid or solid fuel, which didn't go through shafts, apparently. It went through, like, an open air or something. Carbon dioxide was absorbed by scrubbers. Excess carbon monoxide and hydrogen from oxygen generation was passed through heated catalysts, etc. That's not how etc. is used. You get the picture. The facilities had everything they needed to function in complete isolation. The ventilation system, however, seems to have existed in case of fires and other kinds of large-scale air contamination. Whether it was necessary or not, it is something I did not go into, but what it did, ironically, as we have all seen upon our descent to the Arch Island Keep, was that it also allowed Biocorp to use their own contaminants against them. I'm doing a lot of air quotes today. I banged my head when I went to the pirates. Okay, well, I guess that's that, isn't it? Something else? Tell me about the super corporations. Yeah, he said this already. Well, that concludes H7, yeah. Crimson Meadow Horticulture Center. That makes it, yeah, that is what we are missing. H7 is where we need to go, and I definitely have that name in the map. We didn't explore that properly. So I need to enter through there. That's gonna be a bit of a problem. That's gonna be a bit of a problem because I, for sure, will have to use my drug, or something at least, that increases my agility. Because as far as I can tell, that's the only way to get there. So we're here. We can just continue going over 2 maps. And then we are in a new map, which is going to be exciting, I'm sure. Or hopefully. I wish there was an easy way to enable and disable save on auto, or auto-save on map change. Because it just accelerates load time a little bit. Because it's really useful, but not really so much when you're doing world travel. So we're here, and we need to get to there, I believe. Let me actually check. G5, and that's not what it is. This is what it is. And I need to go to H7. So that would be here. A, B, C, D, A, E, F. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's the one. H7. That's the one. Not that. This. Which means that, yeah, we're going to go 1 over. Didn't I had a marker over here for some reason. Did you see that? Aggressive. Yes, now they're not aggressive anymore. Good. And this is a new area. I'm sure it's going to have a lot of heartbreakers. We're going to murder them all. As long as it doesn't have the hives, I'm good with it. Heartbreakers are kind of good to fight. They're kind of fun. They don't kill you with 1 hit. And they're kind of cool looking as well. The hives are not. They're just gross. Well, I guess that's that. Yeah, so what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to get through... get into the land. Oh, actually, there might be a heartbreaker around here. Enter key. Oh, we didn't explore this. Curious. That works well enough. And of course, we know there's nothing else over here. Let's also make sure... H6, yeah, and now we're going to H7. So we absolutely did not get into where we're supposed to go. H7. And there's the heartbreaker. Little bit of a stun. It wasn't a critical. Okay. Let's do this. It uses my sight a lot. I don't think it matters. Because I can't shoot again, so it doesn't matter if I do that or not. Oh, I can actually look into it. Nice. It's not very common because they're out in the water. Yeah, so we can't go there. Because look at that jump. Agility 8. But there is a way. I remember that. I did go down there. Let me autosave and transition, that's what it was called. I did go down there. Through here. How did I miss that? Well, I mean, I say how. Probably what I missed is what I'm really what I should really be asking. Because this place was pretty nasty. But I'm thinking I'm missing... What I missed is I missed the way to open that door or something. Yeah, absolutely. This is the... That's the one. We went up there. I mean, I must. I remember doing that. I guess we're gonna find out. Yeah. Otherwise, we wouldn't even have this bit over here. So this didn't open. Did it not? I'm thinking I missed this. I'm glad I did. I mean, I had fun. I had a lot of fun with the Nexus of technology. Apart, I mean, but I was gonna say apart from the Naga, even the Naga was pretty cool. It just took a little while. I had a lot more fun there than I did over here, and hopefully, I might be for. Yeah, we definitely have not been here. Okay. I'm not gonna. I considered starting combat. I couldn't. Camera still sees me. Camera's dead. There's a lot of noise. Where are we right now? Just a place. Okay. Not too shabby. Let's put that over here. It's a lot better for me. And we have a medical cabinet over here with antidotes. I don't like the sound of that. Or not sound, I don't like the promise of that. Let's go into sneak mode. I also am pretty sure that we are not going to have any strongmans. Or... I hear computers, though. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Freaking hell. Got nursery 1 over there. And a dead scientist. Oh, come on. Don't... No, I'm not going to do that. Oh, I didn't save. I'm not going to do that because... well, because it's an ambush, but also because I really need to preserve my armor because it's gonna be a pain otherwise, and I can't fix it. Can't fix it. I need to go back to the core city, and then do things through there, and I don't want to do that because I'm sort of partially afraid that things might despawn on this side, or respawn. Certainly respawn, but they're respawning anyway, so. That's not really a major concern for me. I also would like to know what the heck happened here. Why that locust spawned. If I know where it spawns, I can just put a trap in it. I can put a trap in it. You're not gonna like it, little guy. Actually, knowing this game, it probably is not gonna spawn there. If I do this. That's... It isn't a container. Yeah, that's... It's out of order. Oh, you're out of order. Let's first explore these little bits, and then I'll I'll see what I can do about that. I'll definitely kill all the things. Don't worry about it. So we got a surveillance desk over here with bad bullets. But I don't think the monitors are working. They are. Okay. Wow. These are the nurseries. We might be able to kill them with this. Ventilation system management. Turn the ventilation units on. You do not have permission. Oh, I do. And I assume that gets rid of the smoke, maybe? I don't know. Irrigation system management. Sensor data unavailable. We got fertilization system management. All canisters are empty. And we have pesticide administration system management. Pesticide administration disabled. Automated pesticide administration disabled until further notice. A bunch of pesticide canisters, active and passive, have been moved to cryo storage block 1. I think we're gonna use that to kill the terrible people. They're not people. And they are terrible, absolutely. I just need to figure my way around. But we're out of time for the day, so I'll have to figure my way around in the next episode. For right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Underrail Expedition. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and leave a comment. Like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.